Give me 5 minutes and I will change the way you make sourdough forever. You don't need a new recipe, magic baking tools, a fancy bread machine, or a $200 scale. You just need to understand one mindset shift that separates average bread from award-winning bakery-level sourdough. Most people think sourdough is all about following steps. You feed the starter, mix the dough, stretch and fold, shape, and bake. But the truth is, sourdough isn't really a recipe. It's a conversation, if you will. And once you learn to listen to your dough, you'll never depend on overly super strict timing or rigid instructions again. The more you bake, the more you'll start to notice that no two loaves behave exactly the same, even when you follow the same exact recipe and formula. Some days your dough rises faster. Some days slower. Sometimes it feels smooth and elastic, sometimes tacky and stubborn. That's because sourdough is alive. It reacts to everything like the weather, your flour, your starter state, and even the humidity in your kitchen. This is the change you need to make. Stop watching the clock and start watching your dough. When people ask, how long should I bulk ferment? The real answer is until your dough tells you that it's done. Look for signs. It's smoother and puffier, it jiggles when you shake the bowl, and you can see tiny bubbles on the edges and on the top of it. That's when you move on, not when your timer beeps. Think of it like raising a plant. For example, you don't water it by schedule, you water it by when the soil feels dry. Bread is the same way. This one shift from following time to following texture is what transformed my loaves from flat and gummy to light, open, and taller than life. If you're new to baking, you might feel uncertain with this at first. You might wonder if you're overproofing or if your dough is ready to be shaped, etc. But the best way to learn is by watching how the dough behaves at different stages. Keep notes. Notice how the texture changes hour by hour. You'll start to recognize its cues, like the way it slowly rounds out, the little air pockets that are forming beneath the surface, etc., etc. Soon you won't even need to look at the clock. Your hands and eyes will just know. The second mindset shift is temperature. Fermentation is alive. It speeds up when it's warm and slows down when it's cold. If your kitchen is cold, your dough might take 8 hours to rise. If it's warm, maybe 4. That's why your bread sometimes turns out perfect and sometimes overproofed. So instead of asking, what time is it? Start asking, what temperature is it? Try to keep your dough around 78 degrees Fahrenheit during bulk fermentation, and you'll suddenly feel like you're actually in control of the process. You can use a simple thermometer or even a proofing box if you want consistency, but honestly, you can learn to feel it out too. Dough that's a little too cold feels dense and lazy. Dough that's too warm feels sticky and too eager. You can adjust with warm water, a cozy spot in your kitchen, or even by changing how you cover the bowl. Temperature control is one of the biggest secrets professional bakers use. It's why they can make the same loaf perfectly every single morning. You can do the same at home once you start thinking in terms of temperature instead of time. Finally, the last way to change your baking is to touch your dough. If it sticks aggressively, it's underdeveloped. If it tears, it's overworked. If it feels elastic and alive, you've nailed it. Your hands are better than any recipe or app could be. They'll tell you what your sourdough needs every time. Don't be afraid to touch it often, because that's how you build intuition with your dough. During stretch and folds, feel how it tightens up. When shaping, notice how the tension is on the surface. The dough will literally communicate with you through feel. The more you touch it, the more fluent you become in the language of sourdough. When you start treating your dough like something you're learning from, not something that you're really trying to control, then it will reward you with bread that is unique to you and to your kitchen. Your bread won't just be good, but it'll have character. Every loaf will be a reflection of the day it was made. the temperature, the timing, and how you cared for it. That's the beauty of sourdough, is that it's not just a product, but it's a process. Forget finding the perfect recipe, forget sticking to an exact schedule, start paying attention. Watch your dough, feel it, listen to it, and that will be how your sourdough becomes not just good, but yours. Every baker learns this lesson eventually, that mastery comes not from control, but from awareness and practice.